House Loop. Everybody needs a place to live.
So, some people have already gotten their rent increase notice. Yours is on the way too, if you're paying rent. Just like last year, the year before that, your rent will be going up this year. So how much will your rent be increasing this year? 4%, 5%, 8%, maybe even 10%. Let's say 10%, because we all know your landlord wants to get as much as possible from you. So, if you're currently paying $1,700 per month in rent, with a 10% increase, your rent will be going up another $170. That means your new rent will be almost $1,900 per month this year. No tenant like paying rent increases. I'm sure you don't want to give the landlord any more of your money. After all, your living space is still the same. Your landlord has not done any new or major renovation to your home. No new kitchen upgrades, no appliances, no new flooring, carpet, tile, hardwood, and I'm sure no new paint. You understand what I'm saying? You will be paying your landlord more money just to keep living in the same space with no changes or improvements. Does that sound right to you? Let me say it again. You will be paying your landlord more money just to keep living in the same space with no changes or improvements. Look, it is legal for your landlord to raise the rent on his or her property. The question is, how can you avoid paying the rent increase? I am not talking about not paying your rent. I'm not talking about coming up with some nefarious way to avoid paying your rent. What I am talking about is that you pay a mortgage instead of rent. You should buy your own home and pay a mortgage. Guess what? Mortgage payments do not increase. In fact, you can have a mortgage for 15, 20, or even 30 years. The mortgage will not increase. That's right. Your mortgage payment will be the same month after month, year after year. It's called a fixed rate mortgage. And as the name implies, fixed rate means your mortgage payment stays the same. It cannot and will not increase. And you get two huge bonuses. One, at some point, your mortgage payment will stop. Yes, stop. You would not have another mortgage payment. Why? Because you would have paid your house off. Yes, paid in full. The second bonus is that every mortgage payment that you make, you build equity. And what is equity? It is your true home ownership. As you pay your mortgage, the more equity or the more home ownership you have. Another way to think about equity is wealth. By paying a mortgage, you create equity, which builds wealth for you and your family. More importantly, you are no longer dealing with a landlord and rent increases. You are paying mortgage that will not increase. So, let's look at this more closely. Let's start with paying rent. Here's what you have when you're paying rent. 1, you have to keep paying rent forever. Remember, this is not your house. That house belongs to someone else. And as long as you live there, you have to pay rent. 2, count on your rent going up forever. Look, how long have you lived in your current place? If it's more than a year, at some point, you would have gotten a notice about how and when your rent will be increasing. Again, it is not your house. And the third thing about renting is that you must follow the rules set forth by your landlord. You know, the ones where they say, no pets, or how many people can live in your place. Yep, those rules. Now, let's take a look at paying mortgage. 1, at some point, your mortgage payment will end. That's right, it is not forever. Why? Because you're buying your house. When you buy a house, you and the lender agrees to how long you will make mortgage payment. This agreement is in writing, and it states when your payment will end. 2, your mortgage payment will always be the same. Your mortgage payment will not increase. Why? Because again, you and your lender have a written agreement as to how much mortgage you will pay. 3, it's your house. You want a dog? Get a dog. If you want your friends over for the night, invite them. It's your house. You make the rules. And one of my favorites is that you are building wealth. You have something to pass on to your kids and help them build their wealth. So, if you would like to avoid paying your next rent increase that you know is going to happen this year, you should buy a house and pay mortgage. I can help you buy a house. I want to help as many people as I can to avoid paying rent and rent increases. Money is available to help you buy a house. Click the Apply Now button below to see how much you qualify for.